Hello and welcome to Effervescent, where we embrace a full circle approach to health. Before we dive into today's topic, we are going to do 3 mindful breaths, so don't go anywhere. You need to ground just like we need to ground. So Kinley, lead, and then we can get into it.
Okay, we're going to keep it quick. So just wherever you are, you can keep your eyes open or closed and just take a normal breath. Doesn't have to be deep. And then the second one, take it a little deeper. Maybe try to bring it into your chest or into your rib cage. And then exhale. The exhales are important too. And on this third one, take a deep breath, the deepest breath you've taken all day, and try to expand the tummy and the rib cage. And then also let the air fall all the way out. Soften your shoulders. And let's get into it.
I love that. I feel like I always remember to breathe after that, which is funny because I don't know. Sometimes I forget. Okay. Today's episode is something I genuinely think I could talk about for years. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's all about the fitness industry and the lies that have been told to you and to me and to all of us. And also ways in which to make it so simple, because truly fitness is actually one of the most simple things of all time, and people just love to make it complicated, especially online. Okay, and when we're talking about online, you know, there's these things called fitness influencers. Some people think I might try to be one of them, which is fine, but there are people doing great things online and trying to get you good information, but there's people that are also trying to get views, okay? There's no other way to say it besides, like, it's such a commoditized, is that a word? A commoditized thing to overcomplicate things to make themselves sound better. Basically, it's hard out there, and I know it's hard, and there are so many different things that I could say, but I want to talk about a question first, because I find this really funny, and I think you guys are going to relate to this. And then really the goal of this episode is to make fitness simple. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated, and we'll get into that. But the question for you guys is, what are some myths or fads you've fallen for in the fitness industry?
You want to go first, Mom, or do you want me to go? We could talk about this, huh?
Go ahead.
Forever. I also was thinking while you were talking, like, as the people who are trying to, like, gain traction and followers and views, and it, like, the focus is more on clout and money than on actually helping people.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, I was thinking about me while you were talking, because I'm not out there posting how to work out.
Yeah.
I guess I teach yoga, but it's not workout yoga, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm, like, not making sense. It's more of an emotional feeling, right? Yeah. But as I was listening to you, I was thinking, as the consumer, I feel like I fall into the trap of looking outside myself for them to, like, tell me what to do, because they, like, look like they know what they're doing, even if they don't necessarily. Yeah. Where I feel like, oh, then maybe I don't know what I'm doing, and I start, like, trusting them over me. It's just interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, but you want to know the fad diets I've fallen into?
Are you sure all of them or one?
No way.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sharing
not
one.
possible. It's more for the viewer's sake, not possible. But fad diets. Okay, so when I was in elementary school, this one I think about, like, still to this day, every time I go to Costco to buy apples, I think about this.
Okay.
Which is weekly. Someone told me an apple a day keeps the tummy away.
No freaking
That
way.
was not me.
It was not my mom. It was someone in elementary.
I've never even heard that.
And I started eating an apple a day, and I would eat more than one apple a day because I was so insecure about my tummy. And I despise apples now. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even stomach apples because I don't know if it's the energy behind my intention before, or if it's just I ate too many apples. But yeah,
Probably a mix of both.
that was the fad diet that I was told.
Yeah.
I love apples. I think that was my first word I ever said to my parents is apple. No, it's shoe and then apple. Anyway.
Okay. Shoe and then apple.
Important things and then mom and dad.
Okay.
I need to check on that. Anyway.
What's yours?
Oh, I love apples. Okay. Okay.
It's sad. It's like sad that people even say that.
Yeah. People they're awful. Just kidding. The one that comes first to my mind, just because it makes me laugh, and I know I'm not the only one that did this, so I'm okay to share. But it was after I had Brighton, so 2001, you were born, right? I was with Mandy, my cousin, best friend, sister lady that I love dearly, and we totally enjoyed the cabbage soup diet. Does anybody else? I know you're out there. Tell me, please comment. Cabbage soup. It's literally like an ingredients thing you follow, and you make this soup with cabbage, and it's
What was like the promise of it?
I mean, weight loss, like everything. But it's but basically you lose weight because it's like cabbage and water, you know?
Did you only you ate
Yeah.
cabbage soup?
You just eat cabbage soup. Or like
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner cabbage soup.
I lost weight, but it's not because it was healthy or good or there's some magical properties in cabbage. I mean,
that's like saying, oh, the water fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's perfect diet.
I think there's a few other things in it. It's been so long I can't remember. But it's basically like, well, you're going to lose weight because you're not eating anything.
Yeah.
You know?
That is
Cabbage soup diet. I know I'm not the only one. I'm older than a lot of y'all, but I know you're out there.
I totally, I mean, geez, that.
Yeah.
I want to know yours, Brighton.
I actually was sitting here and I was like, I actually didn't prepare any. Like, not like
Can you think of any that you tried?
Let me think. You know, this isn't a funny fad. This is more of like a teaching moment. But I think it is worth saying. Okay, weight loss, right? It's calories in, calories out. It's just the unit of measure of how you lose weight, no matter what way you slice it, no matter what diet you go on. Like, that is thermodynamics. That's how your body works, okay? But what's interesting and what I fell into is we're going to get into gut health, because I was so interested in losing weight that I would find ultra processed, super low calorie foods, and I believe it ruined my gut. And now I'm like fixing my gut through my doctor and all this stuff, but like, even, which it's fine, I literally still eat these things, but the amount of which I was eating is like freaking bad, where it's like, oh, sugar-free X, Y, and Z, sugar-free whatever, and then it has like fake sugars like erythritol and like all these others, and that's known to like mess up your gut.
So like, as a noob, like, what is an example? Like sodas?
Okay, so diet soda honestly is like one of the best hacks ever. Like, I will never say like, don't drink this or don't do this. Like, I still do it, but like, think protein bars. Okay. In terms of like processed versus not processed, like literally it's a little healthier to just like eat some steak and eggs than it is to like eat a protein bar every single day. And I still eat protein bars, but it's like the amount of which I was trying to find the lowest calorie thing possible that's like at the grocery store. I just think that actually kind of hurt my gut. Because it's just processed versus like non-processed foods. But that's not really like a funny fad diet. That's just like, that's just my belief on that. And yet I still partake in like, you know, sugar-free,
like
whatever
and stuff.
Exactly. But that is more, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a funny one. Maybe we'll come back to it if I can think of
I feel like everyone has their
one.
thing, though. It's like, I'm still talking kind of what you're saying. Like, for some people, it's like, I'm not giving up the Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And then for other people, they're like, no, I am giving up the Diet Coke, but I'm not giving up. What's mine? I gave up the Diet Coke, but what did I not give up? I did not give up True.
I mean, I think that's a good question. That's kind of funny. What would you never give up? I know mine.
Like, what have you given up? And then what? So I gave up Diet Coke, but something I like won't give up. Oh, churros from Disney World. Yeah, no, it's not an option.
How often are you in Disney World?
Yeah. See, mine's like, oh, sorry. You go.
Oh, I'll never give up popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, even if it just like, even movie theater popcorn, like if I'm kind of focused on my health all week and then I'm like,
oh, you want some
popcorn at the movie theater? I would rather not see a movie ever if I can't have popcorn. It's not even about the movie. It's about,
no,
I get angry. So yeah.
Truly, like, I didn't even think this would go there, but that's like such a good thing to also think about. Like, even with dieting, there are some swaps that are worth it. And like, I'm okay not having the quote unquote real thing, right? All the time. So one of my non-negotiables was, actually that's not true, I eat it too, but peanut butter. Like, would you rather have the real peanut butter thing or the it's called PB Fit. It's like a peanut butter powder that you mix with water. It's actually like pretty freaking good for like less calories, whatever. Okay. But exactly, like for me, I have my own things of like, oh no, my GGG bars, like No, I'm still gonna eat
But what's
those.
an unhealthy one? Because you're like Miss Fitness.
Oh,
What is like?
I drink diet soda every day.
Okay,
I
yeah.
literally drink energy drinks, which I know are horrible for you, but I'm like, well, mine's more actually caffeine, which I think it's actually a lot of fitness, whatever people. I mean, not even fitness people. Everyone in the world likes their caffeine, so it's like mine's that.
But point being, like, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
To
there's
have
something,
some.
I'm going to say one thing that's really hard as a mom. This is sidebar for the olders out there, the moms or whatever, whoever that can relate with this. Diapers. I know we're not eating diapers, but like
Wait,
there's
what?
some diapers. There's some diapers you can't get the cheap diapers
Yeah.
because they blow out like all this stuff, not even just like the diaper issue, but like the inside the diaper issue, not worth the savings. It's just not.
No, we're not talking about savings. Or are you just talking about like calorie
Yeah,
savings?
yeah.
Okay, see,
Emotional
I
calories.
see the
Some things are worth it and some things are not.
yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I was like, what? I understand. I actually get the analogy. That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, in terms of that, yeah, I don't know. I actually didn't think about that a lot. But looping it back actually to social media for 2 seconds, because I did want to say this before. When it comes to following people on social media, what I feel like the huge trap is that a lot of people fall into is, oh, I'm following this girl because she has a good body, so she must know how to work out. You know what I mean? Or dude, oh, I'm following this dude because he got jacked in 3 months and that's going to be me and he obviously knows what it is. Let alone that dude's probably blasting steroids, seriously, and the girl, probably, or like BBLs, or
That.
BBLs? It's like a surgery.
I think
Brazilian
you should
butt
say
lift.
because a lot of people are not going to know what
Oh
it is.
shoot!
I
Okay,
didn't know that.
it's called a Brazilian butt lift. Like you literally,
It's what all of Hollywood does.
all of them.
Yeah.
It's you transfer the fat from your stomach to your butt.
Oh wow.
Like that's what
But
everyone
it's one
wants.
of the most dangerous surgeries you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what fitness girls will do, and they'll get exposed for this, is they will transfer their fat from their stomach to their butt to get a BBL, right? And then they'll go work out for a little bit so it looks more natural, because then they'll put on some leg muscle size, because that's kind of one of the true like telltale signs of if you have a BBL is, oh, she has really small legs but like a really big butt, because it's like if you're squatting and stuff, you're going to get big quads too. Like you can't just like grow your butt. But what girls will do is they'll then work out, then have big legs and like a huge butt, and then they'll sell workout programs. And then they will sell workout programs, and that is like probably 70% of the fitness industry.
Okay, can I just say something here? What? People that are my age, it's like I'm glad that we have some different age. If somebody would have said, Janae, you have a big butt when I was your age, like that would have been what made me cry.
Yeah.
That is not a compliment. It's not. You don't say you have a big butt. That's like calling you fat. My age. It's literally just it's just interesting how there's
No, the
even
times.
fads in body shape.
Yeah.
Exactly. Have you
yeah.
ever heard of that? Yeah. Your body has become a trend. Bodies have trends that they want to make you feel insecure in one way, then morph into another way, just for celebrities to then change their ways and looks to morph them into a different. So probably like 8 years ago, it's Kim Kardashian, all of them having big butts, BBLs, slim, thick, all of those things of like, oh, I want to be the thickest. Now they're all taking Ozempic.
Yeah.
Now they're literally all slimming down,
And taking out their butt fillers.
taking out their butt fillers, taking out their boob implants. And now it's like, oh, I want to be skinny. Like skinny is the new thing. And it literally is a trend. It makes me pissed off, honestly. Like so mad.
It's sad because you're always too much and you're never enough.
Yeah.
Like always. For the rest of your life.
No matter what. And they want you that way because it's a commodity. Like then they will sell you more stuff of, oh, how can I be the skinniest possible? Oh, Ozempic. Oh, how can I have the fattest ass? Like, oh, surgery, or you're just ugly. Actually, you're just ugly. Have you ever heard the saying, you're not ugly, you're poor?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's like
That's
kind
two
of
things you've
true.
taught
Like
me
in
today.
a way of like if you have enough money,
it's
you
so
just
fake.
morph into whatever the prettiest thing is. Obviously, I don't believe that, but it's like, yeah, it's crazy. And with the fitness industry, there are so many people, which actually there's a YouTube video, maybe I'll link it below, which was cool. It was called The Dark Side, or this something with body dysmorphia, or like looking into body dysmorphia in the fitness industry. And this guy goes around and like asks all these fitness influencers, and these girls were like, there were so many people that were actually really open, and they were like, no, I've thought about like taking steroids because how am I supposed to compete with other people? I feel that way. I'm like, oh, I can't post an ab workout because I don't have abs. Oh, I can't post a butt workout because my butt's not as big as this girl's. Whatever. It's weird. It gets weird out there. And that's why like I hate it.
It's a never ending chase. Like
never ending.
Because like for me, if I'm like, oh, well, if only I had this, then I would post. Like if only my face rash was gone, then I would post. And then the face rash is gone. And it's like, oh, but I feel insecure about this, so I can't post. Oh, well, now I feel insecure about this. Like it's never ending no matter where you're at, if you're following.
And it, especially the fitness industry, because your look is
it's all about your body at surface level.
All about your body. Like, to tie with this, I also want you guys to know genetics play such a huge role in what happens to your body even when you start weightlifting. And I do want to talk about like, okay, what are the simple things now that we've broken down? Like, these are all the things you're up against. Big corporate media people trying to make you insecure, fitness influencers, the industry, all of these things. Like,
Victoria's Secret was created by a man.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret is created by a man. Like, all of these things. Now, I mean, you guys obviously probably already know all of these things, but now we've laid it all out. I want to make it simple. I want to say, your genetics matter in terms of even if you do all of the perfect things that like I'm going to lay out for you or whatever, if you follow like fitness people, you start getting on a regimen and you want to look like someone else, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen because you are you and they are them. And your body is never going to look like anybody else's body. And that is something that I wanted to touch on and just make sure, like, in this digital age, it's so easy to look at another body type or a certain body and be like, oh, that's my body inspo. That's my dream right there. And yet, like, genetics it just doesn't work that way. And there's just a trap of like, oh, can I just look like that, please? You know, like, what's the workout routine that girl has? It's like, no, she genuinely, her bone structure, she has a really small waist and all of her fat goes to her butt. Like, that's just how it is. And I actually love this. His name's Greg Doucette. He's on YouTube. He's really funny. He said, take your dream body and go for half of that and then be happy with what you have. And I'm like, he's like, that's what truly happens. And like, be happy with that. And I think not a lot of people know that or understand that, like, most of the things you see on social media are either AI or they're enhanced and
it's just getting worse.
Exactly.
Like the whole AI thing. Have you seen like they'll show a woman and she's completely not a real woman?
Yeah.
Like it's not even someone uploading a video of themselves and then editing it. Like now they have AI that's like, it's literally a made up human and they look so real. It's crazy. I mean, so fake, but so real. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But
no, it's crazy.
No, it is comical.
No, I mean, the reason I'm laughing is because I remember the first time we watched, like, Monsters, Inc., and the big thing was, like, that Sully's hair kind of fluttered in the wind, like, and that's what made Sully look so real. And look how far we've come just since when Monsters, Inc. came out to, like, now we have humans doing that.
That's so
So
funny.
give it even 5-10 years. It really is shocking.
It's going to be...
Yeah.
I know. It's sad. This is almost like a downer episode because then I
No way. We're up from here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I feel like this is giving people permission to be authentic.
Yeah.
Be like, this is all
this
fake.
This is real. Or this,
you can be yourself and it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's seriously just like, it's the whole you against you thing. Like, there's no one else you need to pay attention to besides what you're doing day in and day out and how you feel throughout the day. Like, truly. I know I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, I'm really curious how the fitness industry is going to go online if all these people are fake. I honestly hope and pray with AI that more people crave and create communities where we are in person more. And I think that's already happening.
Well, you've already done it.
Yeah.
If anyone is listening and they live in Utah, you should come to Brighton's events.
Yeah.
In-person movement events.
Yeah. Like,
and
just
they're like
movement
so
club.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's go on a walk.
I know. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. No, legit. If you guys follow my Instagram, that's where I post the updates, but it's every Saturday. So yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah. But I do want to turn this around and say, like, hey, this is all the bull crap. And yet, I promise you, if you listen to me, I have consumed so much fitness content. It's not even funny that, like, I know the fundamentals of what truly helps and works and what's just, like, not even worth your freaking energy. So, yeah, I guess we're going to lay it out. What I want to say is we have a freebie. If you guys want to go to the description below, my mom, my sister, and I all created this mind, body, and soul kind of daily rituals we like doing. So they're in each column. And if you want to like check one off a day to make yourself feel better throughout the day, that's pretty much it. It's a freebie, it's a download, and it's stuff we do daily or, you know, often that makes us feel truly alive and better.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's really just like, hey, have this freebie, print it off, and choose one from each category. So you're working on your mind, you're exercising your body, and you're exercising your soul in a day.
Yeah. Show notes, description box, whatever you're watching or listening to this on. Okay. Simple yet effective tips. The whole goal truly of this episode was to make it simple, effective, talk about the problems, but here are the solutions. And we actually, you guys will probably already know what I'm going to say because we did this free live workshop, which we should do again. But this is truly what's going to change. So if you're very new and you're like, okay, what are things that are truly going to help me feel better literally in a matter of days/weeks? This is it. 1, focus on your protein, okay? I can get into all of the science and all of the things as to why protein is important, but basically it is the thing that grows your muscles and maintains your muscle. And muscle is the key to longevity, which, funny enough, when it comes to, when you were talking about small butts and big butts and like how having small butt used to be like the thing, I'm so glad that that has changed because having true muscle in your butt, I'm being so serious, is like one of the indicators of like a long, well-lived life.
Because why?
Because muscle allows you to get around. So if you allow it to deteriorate throughout your life, so your butt is connected to your torso, which is connected to your legs. And think about anything major that you're wanting to do even when you're old and gray, right? Getting up off of the couch or off of your bed. That is like a squat, basically, pushing with your legs. That's a lot of butt. Even the stabilization of your upper half is to do with your butt. So if you have a really weak butt, that's how people can tweak their backs because their spine isn't stable. So like, there's a little bit of a conspiracy theory here that people, like people, men, aka whoever's up there wants to make you unhealthy or make women small, and so they're not as powerful. And a part of that's like, oh, you have to be the smallest, weakest, take up the least amount of space possible
Because we're damn powerful.
yeah yeah. So that was a huge ramble, but again, muscle so important. So eat your protein, however much you weigh or your ideal body weight, because you know sometimes there's a difference if you want to go on a weight loss journey. You eat the amount of weight in grams of protein, okay? So let's say someone weighs 150 pounds and they like that weight, they want to keep it. You eat 150 grams of protein. That is a rule of thumb. If you are trying to track your food or you're like wanting to go down that avenue of tracking your food and truly learning about it, you're going to be shocked at how much protein that truly is.
Yeah, I
and
never
it takes
hit that.
Yeah. It takes
And
getting
I
used to.
tried.
Yeah. But also like day in and day out now, like I do it without even thinking about it. Like truly, it's like a lifestyle change. Secondly, actually with that, which is so important when it comes to exercise. So you're going to eat your protein, right? When it comes to exercise and moving your body, I want you to pick something and stick to it. I hope some of that has to do with resistance training, whether it's Pilates, true weightlifting, any type of, I don't know, like high rocks or CrossFit or whatever. Resistance training is really important, but pick an activity and stick to it. If you like cycling, go cycling. If you like swimming, go swimming. If you like weightlifting, weightlifting.
So wait, resistance training is anything.
Anything.
It's not just weightlifting.
No, well, you are lifting weight in
Okay.
any amount of ways.
Anything that puts pressure on your muscles.
Yes,
Well-
anything that you're.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
You make a point that really I think about with performance psychology, which is if you take intrinsic motivation versus extrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation would be like, I want to look like this person. I want to, dress like them. I want to have muscles like them. It's extrinsic, right? Intrinsic is like, or even thinking about your body on the outside. Intrinsic is like, how does it make me feel? Do I feel joyful when I hike in the mountains? Do I feel strong because I can squat down and stand up without, feeling like I'm going to fall over?
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, we can start sometimes with extrinsic if it's motivating to us, but long term, it's not going to be sustainable if we don't find a way to tie it to intrinsic motivation.
I've absolutely felt that in my life. I will say, something this year that I've gotten into is more cardio-based movements. So like endurance workouts, running and cycling have really I've started to love it. And yet there's been a part of me that have been scared to truly dive into it because of how my body might change on the outside. Because I might lose some muscle and I won't look a certain way, even though the way I feel when I'm outside running or in the mountains hiking, I feel incredible. And so, yeah, that's something I've been working on. Like, it's how you feel at the end of the day, and that's what's going to make you stick to it. And sure, your physical appearance will probably change if you do what I'm saying to do, but that's not the point. It's how you feel on the inside. Your energy is healthier. Like, it really is. So, yeah.
I mean, when I was looking at the show notes for this in preparation of like what I wanted to say, that's it. Like that's exactly what I was gonna say at the end was like it really comes down to how you feel.
Yeah.
And if you feel, but it's hard, like totally valid, it's hard, especially if you're seeing all these other people that have what you want to not feel like not enough.
Yeah.
But if you're focusing more on what you are doing that makes you feel happy than you are on the things that don't make you feel happy, then it almost like drowns out the noise to
Yeah.
the other stuff,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess for the listener, really think about that. Like, what are some classes that I've tried that I loved, like Zumba? Or if you haven't, make it a point this week to go out and try something, preferably with friends. But if you want to do it alone, that's totally fine too. But yeah, I think find something you like and stick to it. Resistance training, super, super important. But, I've already talked about that. So protein. Exercise that you like, that you'll stick to, and that has to do with diet too, okay? With your protein, find food that fits into your circle diet. That it's a lifestyle change. I know it's cliche, but it's true. It's this idea that there's a circle and you bring the foods you like into the circle. So like let's say you want like 10 pieces of French toast. Well, maybe you can have 3 pieces of French toast, but add some eggs to it so you're going to be fuller longer, but you can still have your French toast type of a thing. And so it's an all-around approach of like a lifestyle change instead of, oh, I can never eat French toast again.
It's just like the whole, you don't cut out your coffee, but you can add protein to your coffee and it's like so good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hack.
Yeah.
I learned recently and my coffee's behind the camera.
No, exactly. I think that's the number one thing. I went on my own weight loss journey, and without even trying, I maintained the weight loss. Like, seriously. And I think it's just because I don't even think about it anymore because it's just like so ingrained into like what I do anyways, Let me think. Sleep. I can talk about sleep all the time. Everyone requires a different amount of sleep, but the idea is 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. It's super, super, super important. I have to say this study real fast because you guys are going to blow your mind. This is probably going to be a longer episode, which I did not think so. But this study is going to blow your freaking mind. Clearly, if we can find the study, we'll put it in the show notes. But I saw another really smart person talk about this. You give someone the same workout regimen, the same calories, okay? And you slash someone's sleep to like 3 to 4 hours a night versus like 8. And the person that got no sleep, their calories will go more into building fat than to building muscle. By like, it was like 30% or something crazy like that. Yeah. doing the same thing, but just sleep.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Can I
Not
tie in?
only that-
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, and this is something I struggle with, is getting enough sleep. And I have felt the outcomes of not getting enough sleep in the way that it has affected my body at times. But your body is more likely to be injured, right, if you don't get the recovery and the sleep. Well, we're not even gonna get into mental. That's a
Yeah.
whole different thing. But as far as physical, another thing when I don't get enough sleep is I crave carbs.
Yes.
Because I am so
They're an
tired
energy source.
that I'm like, oh, I think I'm hungry, and I'm not even actually hungry. I'm probably thirsty, and I need sleep. So we were trying to answer these questions that we think we're helping, and it's just because we're not getting enough sleep.
Yeah. Does any fitness influencer tell you that? No.
Really? And I don't really watch them other
Not-
than you. So
It's
I
very surface level. This is how you grow your butt.
This
is how
is your booty
make
workout.
curves when like
Whatever.
some people just have wide hips.
Right? Oh my gosh. But that's what freaking works. So I'm like, but yeah.
I want to tie in a little woo to this too.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying like sleep is so important. It helps you work out, but also like working out with your cycle. If you're a woman, your menstrual cycle, it helps your energy so much more. And I'm the type of person that needs 10 hours of sleep. I go to bed, I wake up on the dot 10 hours if I can. Like that is what my body does.
Mm-hmm.
And when
since you were a baby,
yeah, like
you were the kid.
I just need more sleep.
Yeah, you were the kid out of all of mine that you took 2 naps a day, not even just one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you needed your sleep.
Yeah. And
I think it's knowing yourself.
it is knowing yourself. And I just feel like there's a lot of studies that are like, this is what you need to do, but like also
Yeah.
listen to your body because I need more sleep. And then if you're on your period, your moon, you need 12 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
The woman actually needs more sleep when she's on her period than
Yeah.
she does when she's not because your body's just like releasing a lot and it's more tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like how often do we let ourselves take naps or like take time when we're on our menstrual cycle?
It's so true. I don't know. I haven't looked a lot into training while on your cycle and stuff, but I know there's a lot of, honestly, it's not researched enough. That's the problem. There's not enough research about it. But if you guys want to look into Dr. Stacy Sims, she basically is pioneering all of like women's health, especially with athletes, but women's health in general. She has a lot of really, really good stuff. She has a book that I actually want to read really bad, but she talks about that a lot. She talks about a lot of studies and stuff. So she's really, really cool. Okay. Last thing. So sleep, protein, working out, exercise. Another one is, I guess that's with exercise, is steps. Same kind of thing. Try to aim for 8,000 steps, or if you get like no steps, just try and like raise it by 1,000 to 2,000 steps. Last thing I will say is sunlight. I talk about this a lot. I feel like I talk about this more on my channel, but sunlight coincides with sleep. So getting sunlight in the morning, super, super important. What mom was saying about craving carbs when you don't sleep enough, sunlight can kind of help reset your circadian rhythm and get you back on track with sleeping. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about that, but it's actually a very important thing. I don't do it every day, but most days I'll try and get out and just like sit in the sun right in the morning. It's really good for you. Obviously, that's not necessarily going to like change the way your body looks, or like make you drop 15 pounds, whatever. But I think it's important to say more for like mental and spiritual health. Yeah, who knows?
Because when you heal on the emotional level,
Yeah.
stress in your body does soften.
Or vitamin deficiencies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tons of other stuff I could say, but that is literally the basics.
I wanted to share at the end of our episodes a tip, and I did think about mine. I was going to say focus on how you feel, but we already talked about that. And so the tip that I want to say is it's okay to ask for help. And that can look like asking a friend to go on a walk with you to get more steps in. That can look like, hey, Brighton, I haven't been to the gym since I got back from my Costa Rica retreat, and now I'm scared to go to the gym again. Will you please go with me? And she does. Like asking for help, but it also can look like medical help. I think there's so many opinions. Everyone and their dang dog is going to have an opinion about what you do with your health. And at the end of the day, it comes down to what's going to motivate you to create momentum in your life to help you feel the strongest and live the longest.
Yeah. I love that. Love that. Mother, if you don't have a tip, it's okay.
I
but if
can
you do,
come up
it's
with
okay.
one. Let me see. I think, and this is something in performance psychology, it's like I'll talk about it probably in every episode. People will be sick of me saying it, but in regards to looking online and seeing other people and the overwhelm of what is physical health, I think self-talk is huge because in this context, if you're scrolling online or you don't even mean to and you're just like getting these downloads, paying attention to what self-talk sentence or thought just came into my mind after I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'll never be like them. Oh, and recognize what that is and then try to shift that. And if you say, I'm never going to say that I'm never going to look as good as them, that's kind of not likely. Rather, it's better to replace it with a different thought.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, I'm never going to look like them, saying, I'm really working hard to look the best for me or that I can. And just so that it gets into habit about replacing what that negative thought is, that will help you in the long run.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, I love that.
Seriously, that's a really, really good one. I think I can't talk enough about social media. I think there's a lot of good, but it's something to navigate. So yeah, I hope you guys truly got something out of this episode. We love you as always. And again, download that freebie below if you want to know more about the things we do daily to feel better and to feel more alive, more effervescent, more bubbly, however that is.
The official definition.
Yeah, official definition. But yeah, I think that's it.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time. Bye.